Now what have you to say?
Thus you have no reason to suppose he would make an offer to me.
Miss Bennet, honor, decorum, prudence, nay, interest forbid your alliance. It will be a disgrace.
These are heavy misfortunes, but the wife of Mr. Darcy will have no cause for repine.
Obstinate, headstrong girl. I am not in the habit of brooking disappointment.
That will make your ladyship's situation more pitiable, but it will have no effect on me.
Tell me, once and for all, are you engaged to him?
I am not.
And do you promise never to enter into such an engagement?
I will make no such promise of the kind. I must ask, therefore, to be no longer importuned on the subject.
Not so hasty, if you please. To the other objections I have urged, I have another to add. I am no stranger to the particulars of your youngest sister's infamous elopement.
Lady Catherine.
A patched-up business at the expense of your father and uncle.
I must ask you.
Is such a girl to be my nephew's sister? Is her husband, who is the son of his late father's steward, to be his brother? Heaven and earth, of what are you thinking? Are the shades of Pemberley to be thus polluted?
You have insulted me in every possible method. I must beg you, therefore, to return to the house.
You are resolved to ruin him in the opinion of all his friends and hold him in contempt of the world by the claims of duty, honor, and gratitude?
Neither duty, honor, nor gratitude hold any claim on me. And as for the resentment of his family, or the indignation of the world, if the former were to be excited by his marriage with me, I should have no cause for repine. And the world in general would have too much sense to join in the scorn.
Very well then. I shall now know how to act. Do not imagine, Miss Bennet, that your ambition will ever be gratified. I take no leave of you, Miss Bennet. I send no compliments to your mother. I am most seriously displeased.
Will Lady Catherine not come in again and rest herself?
She did not choose it. She would go.
She's a fine woman, and prodigiously civil. She only came down, I suppose, to tell us the Cullens were well. She had nothing particular to say to you, Lizzie? Nothing particular.
Lizzie, I have received a letter this morning that has astonished me. I did not know I had 2 daughters in the ring of matrimony. The letter's from Mr. Collins.
Mr. Collins?
Your daughter Elizabeth, it is presumed, will not long bear the name of Bennet after her eldest sister has resigned, and the chosen partner of her fate may be reasonably looked up to as one of the most illustrious personages of this land. Can you possibly guess who is meant by this? Mr. Darcy, you see, is the man. Now, I think I have surprised you. Is it not rich? Are you not diverted? But still, you do look as if you do not enjoy it. But what can we do but not laugh at the idle reports of a country parson? For what do we live but to make sport with our neighbors and laugh at them in our turn?
Oh, I am excessively diverted, but it is so strange.
Yes, and that is what makes it amusing. His perfect indifference and your pointed dislike make it so delightfully absurd.
Mr. Darcy is here, Elizabeth, and most expressly to see you.
Miss Bennet.
I'm a very selfish creature, and for the sake of giving relief to my own feelings, care not how I may be wounding yours. I must thank you for that extreme kindness which you have shown my poor younger sister. If my family were to have known what you have done, it would not just be my own gratitude to express.
I am sorry. Exceedingly sorry that you've been made aware of information that in a mistaken light could have caused you much uneasiness. I did not think Mrs. Gardiner was so little to be trusted.
You must not blame my aunt, for it was Lydia's thoughtlessness that first betrayed to me your involvement. Let me thank you again and again.
Well, if you must thank me, let it be for yourself alone. Your family owes me nothing. Much as I respect them, I believe I thought only of you. So indeed. Well, you are far too generous to trifle with me. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My wishes and affections, of course, remain unchanged, but one word from you shall silence me forever.
Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy, my feelings have undergone so material a change as to make me accept with gratitude your
present assurances.
Exactly.
I am,
You are.
yes, exceedingly so. I understand my aunt has been to see you.
She has.
My feelings, as you may know, are exactly contrawise. Trust you spoke quite frankly to her.
Yes, you know enough of my frankness to believe me capable of that. After I have abused you so abominably to your face. You can imagine I must do so to all your relations.
What did you say of me that I did not deserve? That my previous behavior towards you merits the severest reproof has been unpardonable.
As is mine, but I hope since then you have both grown in civility.
When I was a young man, I was taught what was right, but not to control my temper. I was given a set of good principles, but left to follow them in my own pride and conceit. By you, I was properly humbled. You showed me how insufficient were all my pretensions to please a woman worthy of being pleased.
I'm almost afraid to ask you what you thought of me when we met at Pemberley. You blamed me for coming?
Oh, no, I felt only the pleasure of surprise. My chief object then had, of course, been to show you with every civility in my power that your previous reproofs had been attended to. How soon other wishes presented themselves I could not tell, but I believe it to be about half an hour after I had seen you.
Other wishes?
Other wishes, yes.
And Mr. Bingley?
On the eve of my journey to London, I informed him of all that had occurred to make my previous interventions into his affairs absurd and impertinent. Furthermore, I informed him that I was mistaken in believing your sister was indifferent to him, and as I could see his attachment was unabated, I felt no doubt of their happiness together.
This is based on your own observation or from my information last spring?
I had merely observed Jane, and I was convinced of her affections.
What do you narrowly observe?
That something, I am not quite sure what, was expected. What have I done?
Beg your pardon, Mr. Darcy. You have not been going to be laughed at. I suppose it's rather too early to begin.
Pray excuse me. I must speak to your father.
I have given him my consent. I give it to you now if you are so resolved to have it. But I know your disposition, Lizzie, and you can neither be happy nor respectable unless you truly esteem him your husband. Your lively talents would place you in the greatest danger in an unequal marriage. You would scarcely escape discredit and misery.
I do esteem him, sir. He's grown exceedingly in my estimation, and his affection for me is not the work of a day, but has surpassed many months' suspense. Father, he is the object of my choice.
Tonight is a night of wonders indeed.
Good gracious, Lord Wesley! Mr. Darcy, can it really be true? Oh, my sweetest, how great and rich you will be. What fine jewels you will have. Jane is nothing to it. Nothing at all. 3 daughters married, 10,000 a year. What will become of me? I shall go distracted. Now I am quite happy, for you will be as happy as myself. Were it for nothing but his love of you, I might have gone on with esteemed opinion of him. But now as Bingley's friend and your husband, there can be nothing more dear to me than Bingley and yourself. Go. Go.
Now, Mr. Darcy, pray for me.